big for the map control aspect. We talked about how good it is to gain control back from the Brood.
Challenging Crystallize a little bit. Well, Crystallize is going to be forced back, but they jump in. Do manage to get the Burrow Strike on Hector before the rage. Crystallize already taking so much damage with the Walrus Punch. He will be able to get force staff away. Snako finally forced to use that false promise, but an immediate halberd comes out from Hector to protect himself. But Hector, he's now left without a rage and caught by the Burrow Strike plus the epicenter. Navi are able to take him down. They may still lose their tower because right now they're looking for kills, as Magical's already been able to slow down the Shadow Demon, is hoping to be able to catch up to that Slark, who still has his Dark Pact and actually going to go back in for Crystallize with the Whisper coming in with the Walrus Punch. They're going to try for that kill. He's got the ERP, locking down the 10 tons with the Alchemist, as well as the tanking the M-Power, doing so much damage. Doesn't quite finish up Blizzy or Magical, so now Chris Luck is just going to have to go for some of the backline heroes in Snako. Try and get out, but no, the pounce right as he tries to jump in. Blizzy blocks him off with the Burrow Strike. Blizzy's still going to actually die. Doesn't get the disarm off in time, and Chris Luck jumping inside the base, TPing out. They don't have a stun to stop him here. Chris Luck gets the kill and gets away.
The Centaur stun again.
¿Qué tal, chicos? ¿Cómo están? Muy buenas noches a todos nuevamente. Nuevamente estamos con esta partida de Infamous Gaming versus Navi. Y bueno, pues chicos, ahí tratando de acomodarse Navi, no, nada mejor dicho, tratando de acomodarse Infamous a los recursos que tiene, ¿no? Vamos a ver esta partida y saquemos nuestras propias conclusiones, cómo maneja los tiempos Infamous Gaming frente a un Navi que ya tiene prácticamente todo top, todas las torres de top ya tiradas, y bueno, el mid también lo mismo, ¿no? Esperemos que se arme bien en lo que es Chris Lack, supuestamente que es Chris Lack, bueno, el carry que está yendo con... Ahí puede venir el gank por parte de Chris Lack. Ahí. Uy, se acaba de salvar. A su madre, cómo desaparece rápidamente. Salta, bien. Uy. Madre, ¿qué tal esto? Salta bien. Tiene que armarse más porque es Madre, ¿cómo puede ser de esa manera?
Gives up his life to try and save Hector, who now has a rage TP.
That was so greedy from Hector.
Yeah.
There was no reason for his out to have die here. And this is sort of infamous. You're strong as 5, but they continue to try to...
Tenemos una persona viéndonos en el directo, gracias por estar acá nuevamente. Nuevamente van a hacer lo que es Roshan, el segundo Roshan para Navi. Valor neto en 2K de valor neto.
In favor of Infamous?
Yeah.
I would say it's like 60-40, because I still think that Navi's lineup, it's easier to execute and save their backline. Like their backline naturally comes to save because they have an Oracle.
Si es el Arc se arma más, puede ser el Dota, gente.
Like against other heroes, the ice shards would be very good.
Uy, rápidamente el inicio por parte de Samking. Bueno, se puede morir ahí, se acaba de morir Chris Lack a manos del Alchemist, gente. En la parte baja tenemos a Stinger ahí farmeando en el bosque de enemigo, ¿no? Pero yo digo que esta partida ya, no sé, ya es GG, gente, creo, a lo que veo. Puede ser que haya un buen inicio de Scofield. Uy, no. River Polarity bien mal metido por parte de Scofield. Uy. Se regala, GG.
forced to fight alone. Disarm onto the Alchemist, but again, Navi are just looking at everybody else except for Hector. They're going to kill the Shadow Demon here again. They're going to buy back on Whisper. Whisper trying to make its way in, tries to go for the snowball. The Gold Scepter, he's going to be able to protect the Sand King, and they just immediately jump down Whisper. Infamous are bleeding out heroes, and now 3 of them without buyback. This is just going to be Navi running through buildings.
I would like to see Navi just go for the game end.
I think so. Hector. His rage is only going to last so long here. He does have a Lincoln Zone. That's they're going to be able to Yule's pop it, get the Burrow Strike, and the follow-up stun in from the Elder Titan, but the Slark is back. They can't overextend themselves immediately. Cheese being used by Blizzy. They're going to go for that pesky little Oracle, force him to use False Promise on himself, and still kill him. But Navi only able to get the melee barracks so far. As it seems like, even though it was just the 2 cores, they kind of ran out of steam with all the abilities they used earlier.
Bien.
And the RP, they'll use it to kill the Elder Titan.
That gold lead was 1K.
Aún no está perdido de esta partida.
It's surged all the way back up. We saw
Tiene probabilidades de ganar aún.
Spite for Infamous, but they have to get better at linking up.
Yeah.
They're becoming way too split in these engagements.
I mean, like the analysis for Brood and Alchemist games is usually the same. That if the net worth is close, it means the Brood or Alch, the side is losing, right? And this is a Brood and Alchemist.
Tenemos 2 personas viendo lo que es el directo. Gracias por estar acá nuevamente. Encima la mierda saca.
Bled it all away again.
You see what I mean, by the way? Whenever the Tusk rolls in, he just dies.
Yeah.
Like, anytime he commits himself,
and he's trying to get BKB, but because every single time he goes in, he dies, he's not getting any gold.
Part of the problem is that, like, his own way to start fights is also his escape mechanism.
Yeah.
Which makes it really easy, for example, for Blizzy to play. Because he has so much to keep Infamous's cores on their toes. And once you start to lose all the supports, things like sentries, dust, they become an afterthought at that point.
Yeah, this is why when I've seen these core tusks before, is that like Blink Dagger feels really essential because you want to be able to just Blink Walrus Punch them and hold on to Snowball.
Part of the problem is because he's playing against an Oracle, like any other 5 support there just dies, right?
Yeah.
But Oracle's always able to save himself. He just disarms the Tusk after the Walrus Punch, doesn't even have to commit the ulti to do so.
And he's got Ghost Scepter too now, so...
Yeah, and then Whisper's all of a sudden like all by himself.
La vaina es solo controlar a ese brute. A esa araña de mierda, solo controlar esa araña. Una vez controlado la araña y el Alchemist, esta partida puede ser ganada.
We'll see if it's
a
little bit.
Ahí está, ya lo vieron ya.
They're going to break the smoke while staying on the high ground, but they immediately spot Hector. That's not the target they want to go for, especially with the rage.
Se viene a su madre.
The 2 backline heroes too. They managed to control up both Whisper and the Shadow Demon. They fall immediately now. It's a 3 versus 5 with Hector trying to chase down Sineko, but he kites so well. He's going to immediately have to invest inside of Chris Luck. They do manage to chase down Schofield, so that's 3 dead. It's only these 2 cores trying to get away. The TP out with the Lincoln.
He uses himself.
That was a slick little play from Infamous, but Blizzy should have been able to stop it with the Yules. Unfortunately,
¿Qué tal escapada del larga?
Really nasty.
That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure.
It's not getting easier.
No sé si se equivocaron en el draft. No sé si se equivocaron en escoger sus héroes, no sé.
I think that they went for the 5-man a little bit too late, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like they had such a big timing window, and they kept throwing it away, going for these like weird 4-on-5 engagements.
Yeah.
Part of being a good team is like knowing that you just have to 5-man at
Lo que tiene que hacer Chris Luck es cazar.
Level to, like 5-on-5 teamwork plays.
Héctor y Chris Luck tienen que ir a cazar entre ellos dos.
When we see a 1K gold lead for Navi, we're like, oh, you just 5-man for the rest of the game, and they shouldn't be able to outfight you because the net worth's even.
Yeah, but Infamous, of course, doesn't know. Maybe they feel like
they don't know that. Yeah, maybe they feel like they're farther behind than they are. They just didn't know when to switch it up.
And now it's becoming the net worth difference.
RP on it too. That's a big one. Look at that with the
empower. Bien ahí.
Always have that power. And yeah, that's a
buena respuesta por parte de.
And even though the net worth doesn't move at all, that is a really big pickup for them. This is where you establish map control. You need to get the tier 2 tower mid.
Yeah.
And you need to play with some urgency right now.
Look at Chris Lock. He's immediately looking for that extra hero. Failing that, he will cut the creep wave at top, which just gives you a lot faster map control than trying to run back and collect the creep wave. And they've got a double siege wagon push at mid. This is sick.
Yes, and like I said, they need to play with urgency, and they're doing so. As the courier gets killed again, Navi been
Tienen que replegarse de ahí.
Cutting creep waves, magical.
Mientras tanto la araña sigue farmeando ahí en su bosque, ¿no? Lo ideal sería matarlo a esa araña.
I love how
Haze de velocidad.
Yeah, he's done a great job on this Broodmother.
Yeah, I feel like my statement proved itself. He is the main hero that needs to play well.
Ya lo veo, ya lo veo.
I think his itemization is good, right? This scythe pickup.
Su madre se le escapó la araña de mierda. Nuevamente viene nuevamente se podría venir el gank por parte de Navi. Tiene que replegarse a esa zona o irse a farmear por la parte de arriba. O ir a farmear por la parte de arriba. Dos personas viendo lo que es el directo. Yo sé que están bien en Facebook y bueno, pues
these things make it really nice from the player.
I would add one more thing. I think it's super good against this Slark and Lifestealer because you telegraph the Abyssal, right?
Chris tiene gema, pues vamos a ver si guarda bien esa gema, ¿no? Si lo pierde la gema tengo que hacer una... La verdad que yo sí lo tengo fe ahí en Famosa. Lo tengo fe ahí en Famosa.
They will kill you really quickly as...
Well, Stinger, chill.
Yo, relax.
Those are Spiderlings with the level 20 talent. They do a lot of damage, and Ghost Scepter may not
Su madre, ¿cómo quitan esas arañas? Se muere.
Another round of webs that's going to chase him down. Stinger is definitely dead. The question is whether or not Magic's going to get caught because he's microwaving those spiders.
Bien.
He gets caught. And Stinger actually got away because of that. He went to his heroes like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Bien la respuesta de Chris Lack,
We just commended him for that, and look at that, the double tips.
Bien, carajo, vamos.
Infamous is not making this easy for Navi, but at the same time Magical. I mean, he was microing, he was throwing down webs.
Yep.
He was not.
Mientras que ellos están ahí en su bosque, bueno, Chris Lack y compañía están, ya bueno, ahí tienen un DD, doble daño. Si podría aprovechar esa runa de doble daño sería muy bueno para Infamous Game. Ahí el iniciador es ahí ves el stun por parte del Alchemist. Ahí bueno está bueno todo mid. La verdad que está asegurando lo que es en mid. Bien. Ahí. Lo podrían ganar. Yo creo que con un Roshan lo pueden lograr.
I mean, they could just back up and take in the shrines.
Yes.
You know, like there's no reason not to do anything else, especially with Roshan coming up.
Look at this.
Oh, Schofield. Good positioning to be able to get a good RB, but he's spotted immediately by Zyke, and they're trying to deal with that warp, but instead he's going to be stunned up. Pro strike in Blizzy. Nice stun into the backline. That's going to be two supports already dead on the side of Infamous. Whisper is fully committed to
tres conchas. Madre, creo que es GG. Soneiko. Oh, qué tal daño.
They tried to hit a range barracks instead of backing up and just hitting shrines, and that may have just caught them Roshan.
That was such
Qué
a
feo,
bad moment for
Magnus.
them because Roshan was about to spawn. You take that shrine, all of a sudden you place a ward, you have control of that area. You have a gem, so you know where all the vision is. This should be
Su
your
madre, qué
hand,
verga,
but
tío.
instead they stick around for a low percentage range tracks that doesn't even really. What you need to think about at this point in the
Creo
game
que
is
aseguran este Roshan. La cosa era meterse Roshan. Como Roshan iban ahí a hacer teamfight, ¿no? Su madre, ¿qué fue? Tiene el chalecón, tiene la barda, tiene daga. Oye, ¿qué fue? Quítenle a su cuates a ese Magnus. Bueno, van a pushar a la parte de bot. Su madre.
whopping 24k. It doubles up.
Yeah.
After Infamous took 2 tier 3 towers, and
Navi.
They're gonna go for it now. They've got the Aegis.
He might just be able to get a second lane of barracks here. They've got the
20
seconds.
seconds.
They've got, and he's actually going to go for the buyback. Hector is saying we cannot give up a second lane like this, especially.
20 seconds up?
Yeah, 20 seconds. That's all it was.
Wow.
And he was willing to go for that. Do you agree?
No, I think
Yo
he
creo
waited
que
for 20 seconds. I
yo
think
creo que
buyback
acá mi
is 20
estimado
matters
Chris
more.
Lack debería
And your
sacarse
team can probably hold, at least for the time being, because you can ice shards around the tower.
unas botas de viaje y
It's
bueno,
difficult for, Navi to go
romper
for it. Navi
abajo,
has
¿no?
picked up
Mientras
some
que
pretty
ellos
good
defienden,
items. They have the active
mientras que ellos
flank on
defienden
the
la base.
side of the
Eso sería lo
flank.
ideal.
I think the ET was given the
Ahí,
blessing
mira.
himself. The Synth, as they're gonna look for this fight, they've got to get
Ahí
out
están
right now.
todos.
Yeah, they really do.
Uy, 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 se salvó.
Not actually catching Whisper, but the Yule Scepter will slow him down, but he has BKB now. Finally,
La clásica
dude,
de
Whisper's been working
pelear
on his
en la base.
BKB for like 20 minutes.
Maybe would have considered going for the 90 GPM.
Yeah.
With how this game is on. Navi, they were a little bit hesitant there. Just didn't want to walk up any cliffs where the mag's hiding in the high ground. Smart decision by them. I mean, my favorite part about games like this is like both teams have had an opportunity.
Yeah.
At this point, all it comes down to is execution.
Ya.
Aeon Disc for
Que les están
Blizzy.
dando chance los de Navi, o que no sé qué es lo que pasa con los de Navi.
A double
Ya
damage
deberían
being held by
presionar y
Aeon
ahí,
Disc. He's
ahí
got 8K
probablemente
gold.
se venga el gun por parte de Navi.
He's actually going to be going back for him.
Ahí, ¿ves?
Top.
Uy, uy.
Why is he going back? Oh, okay.
Todos van a llegar ahí.
Go for it. Blizzy's going to Yule Scepter.
Uy, 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 ya fue.
Doesn't have a snowball target. He's going to be controlled up here for the RP onto 2 with the unstable concoction as well. Crystallize. He's going to stun himself. He's in trouble, but there's going to be the save from Sinego just in time. The false promise, and actually with the Ghost Scepter, he may live for a while. The block hit for the Ice Shark. Hector doesn't actually get to him while Crystallize runs down some heroes with that Radiance, but it looks like the Elder Titan's going to be left behind. He doesn't have a way to be able to get away. As he
Uy,
burned
uy,
out
uy.
of mana.
Bien,
Sinego's just
carajo,
running
bien.
farther and farther away from his team, so they're able to get out while bottom lane is being gone on by Magical with the spiders. They're actually able to cut through
Bien,
this backdoor
bien.
protection so quickly.
Ahí, nuevamente,
It's gonna be
nuevamente.
Aegis, though.
They have bashes for him.
They do have
Stick on
bashes.
top.
He has his BKB. They're going to be able to get that bash.
Uy,
He
uy,
doesn't
uy, tú
actually
sabes
have
lo
the
que es
active
BKB.
Abyssal Blade, so not going to be able to get it. Plus, they have to go over to the other
Uy,
side. With
puta
the tier
madre,
3's already
arriba.
dead. Hector trying to deal with Crystallize right now, but he's just going to kite him around. His Magical
Puta,
might
qué
try and go
maricas
back
ese
into that
huevón,
bottom
puta
lane.
madre. ¿Cómo se corre?
Crystallize first has to get away from Hector as he's going to use that Heaven's Halberd.
Vamos ahí, vamos ahí.
Has the
Bien.
Abyssal Blade active.
Se
Coming
puede
up,
morir,
he's
¿ah?
got a Lincoln, so Blizzy
Bien,
has to find
carajo,
a way
bien.
to be able to break that
Bien,
Lincoln's end.
vamos
Give
ahí.
the shot for Crystallize to get out, but he doesn't have
Uy,
it.
uy, uy, se viene la Voltis,
He's
gente.
as well. He's got the Yule Scepter on himself.
Bien,
Dagger
carajo,
on
se viene la
the
Voltis.
but neither one is going to go in time. As
Bottom
Hector
racks.
finished him up with that Infest Bomb. And that bottom racks, it was looking real low as he fought through the backdoor protection really quickly with the spiders, but it will regen up now.
And Navi, you see that they still respect the team fight
Que pushe nada más.
from the side of Infamous. Shout out to Sinego.
Tienen que aprovechar esos espacios.
A little bit better for Navi
Yeah.
by dragging the life stealer away from the rest of the team fight. And,
He just pulled him so far away from
Bien,
his team.
carajo, todo
and
mid,
the
nomás que
spiders.
rompan las barracas nada más.
Hector
Vea
actually
creeps.
just, go for it.
Bien, carajo,
He's gonna
vamos.
get the range racks. He's all by his lonesome, does not care. Right now, only 2 heroes up on the side of Navi.
Oh, he got a BKB in his backpack, so now when he pops this range, he can always swap something in to keep that magic immunity going.
Infamous
Uy,
is
uy, uy,
just going for it
buyback.
right now. The buyback from Crystallize, and now this means go.
This could be the way they win the game, or this could be the way they fall. Infamous forced
need to
out the
retreat.
buyback, and they do
Please.
not get caught.
Please get out if you're Infamous right
Yeah.
now.
At least
Because
play back into the high ground
You
area.
can continue this game on both sides.
Yeah.
I just want this game to go on forever, Cap.
It has been a really fun start to this series, that's for sure. As Chris Luck, he's going to try and pounce on a Magical.
Bien,
Magical
vamos ahí.
actually, taking
Presione,
double
presione.
amounts of damage, and Chris Luck might be able to finish
Uy,
off the
uy,
ball.
uy, no.
Promise is there.
Oh, the
Sinego
ETO one-shots
always
him.
able to provide the save, but the Science just blows up Stinger. He just got snapped.
Uy, se regala, se regaló, se regaló.
Gets a little bit too far forward,
Bien,
almost
carajo,
immediately
bien.
gets a bit
Se
of
regaló, se
play.
regaló.
The RP being threatened by Schofield, but wasn't close enough to catch Crystallize. Crystallize who's going to pop out within stable concoction. Lincoln's being blown on the 2 heroes. They're going to try and hit Hector, but he rages up. Magical.
La cosa
He's
es
blown his
causarlo a
ultimate, so
Magical. No sé
Infamous,
qué es Magical
another
lo que causa más
opportunity
daño
for
ese
them to just
rato.
back up and reset, but a site being used. Magical trying to protect himself, but dodges the pounce. And they're just breaking
they're
these
spamming
links.
Sculpted right now. They're saying he's stunned. We can fight.
Yeah,
Bien ahí, vamos. Bien, coche su madre, vamos. Uy, 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 tiene que irse. Oh, su qué reverenda. Oh, su madre, ¿qué fue? No tiene un buyback. Héctor tampoco. Whisper tiene un buyback. Ah, su madre. Y ahora. Oh, estaba bien bonito. Estaba bien bonito.
Yeah.
Now with 5 Navi heroes up, they did have to pop buyback, but they know that there's none up on the side of Infamous.
They have the only buyback in the game is Chris Luck right now, and he actually had enough that he just bought a moon shard and still has that buyback. And he's got tons of stats still.
Pero
And you see the Shadow Demon, I mean, he's trying to place out wards right now. Maybe he thought that there was, by chance, a bounty rune. He was trying to get it back for Whisper.
Yeah,
Doesn't have-
170 gold, that's all he needed.
That was one of those missions where, I mean, that
3
ward
contra
doesn't really
5.
Schofield trying to get the skewer back, misses.
He also doesn't have buyback, of course, just used it, and they're going to send in their one hero that does.
He's going to try and get a little bit of stat stealing onto Crystallize and force out the false
¿Qué
promise.
tal
That's a good start to this fight,
Cabreras que se
especially
agarra?
with being slowed
Uy,
down.
uy, uy.
He gets
Se
weighted up,
a
but
su
BKB
madre,
protects
¿qué
him, and now
fue?
Shadow Demon's gone out of this fight as well. 2 versus 5. Chris Luck bringing more and more stats. 87 agility being stolen. You can see how quickly he's able to do damage to Crystallize, but he's just gonna go in and out, poke and prod at him. There's the skewer onto Crystallize. Blizzy trying to protect him, breaks the linkage, but the BKB is activated by Chris Luck. They won't be able to chain stun him, and they have to get out. Crystallize blinks backwards, does get the Abyss Blade onto Blizzy, looking to be able to lock down that hero. He actually gets hit by the snowball. They don't have the vision. No, he'll be able to go for it. Whispers in deep. He has the BKB. Trying
Uy,
to chase
¿qué
down the
hace
hero.
Whisper?
Look for
¿Por qué va a actuar?
forced to use it on the Broodmother instead. Infamous have to back up. No,
Bien,
they're
carajo,
gonna keep
bien.
going. Sineko's out of position. Crystallize finds another one. They've stolen so many stats that
Uy,
Navi,
puta
they
madre,
have
de a
to
poco,
retreat.
tío.
This Slark is a menace in Schofield.
Están en
114
coma,
agi
gente.
right now.
Yo creo que con
They're gonna
este.
have to back out from this
con-
completely. They retreat in time so they don't lose any further heroes, but they bought enough time where they can play around this last set of racks. It doesn't have any defense for it with the...
Yo creo que con este, con un Roshan podría ser.
so far, and that's
That's
what matters right now, Cap.
Yeah.
But Navi, they did such a good job of getting out there. That was discipline. That is what
Chris
Infamous
Lack
needs.
solito en la parte de abajo.
Navi is a team with
Pero no debería ir
discipline.
solo, debería ir
There's a
este.
gem on. Okay. Chris Luck gets a gem.
I mean, both teams right now playing their hearts out. I like that both teams are also playing for the win right now, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
making this incredibly fun.
Aeon disc for Crystallize. He saw how much he's getting chunked by Chris Luck. And he may not be able to depend on this Oracle for the next fight as he's down for 60 seconds. So without that false promise,
This is
he
pretty
has to
massive.
have a way to be able to reset.
The false promise has been instrumental in saving him against the 2 cores, and now K1 Hector just beating on this melee racks. This bottom rack's being pinged out too. They're gonna split their attention, try to force Navi into a fight. You can see that Navi, they don't want to take an engagement 4 on 5. They don't have the buybacks on the cores.
Bien, carajo, solo faltan las barracas arriba.
So Infamous are not going to be able to go for Megas during this 30 seconds. That the Oracle is down, and I don't think they should really go for tier 4s either.
You don't really know with Infamous though.
Yeah.
They just decide to go for it anyways, but
Se repliega
Navi,
el
they made the
equipo
call. They're
peruano.
saying, at worst, we're gonna lose.
Solo
It's gonna
falta
be
una
this
barraca
game.
nomás.
Yeah.
And I
Ahora se
believe
van
that is
por
the
este
right call
pola.
by them. Infamous
Por el
also made the
santuario.
correct call by saying, this time we've learned we're
Falta
gonna
5
go
minutos para Roshan.
Yeah. And look at the buyback situation.
2
right
minutos
now.
para
It's
Roshan.
become such a it's just a shit show right now. So
No, ya sale Roshan ya.
Well, no.
50 segundos para Roshan.
Yes, but on the side of Navi,
Navi, it's looking terrible.
Navi, that was like their mad rampage. Like they thought they were gonna win the game.
La cosa es ir con Roshan, ¿no? Una vez que hagan su Roshan pueden asegurarlo, pueden meterse de cara ya.
And with how long the stats stay with the level 25 talent, he extended the fight long enough that everyone was able to respawn.
I think that was the same idea behind why they took the 4 versus 5 on Navi's side of the map, was they've stolen so many stats we can actually fight without the Shadow Demon.
Yes.
You know?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It both loses them one fight but holds them the game, and now Infamous and they have more buybacks. This is Navi for the next 2-3 minutes. They're very exposed.
So the scary part for Navi in this situation
Sorry,
is
misleak.
Roshan spawns, and if you decide to roll the dice to all in.
Right.
Because that is going to be, that Roshan, it's a cornucopia. It'll give everything.
Yeah.
It's the 4th one of the game. Infamous will all of a sudden have the double RP.
Ya, lo que tiene... Mira, tiene buyback, no tiene buyback el Oracle, no tiene buyback el Alchemist, no tiene buyback el la araña, no tiene buyback casi todo el team de Navi no tiene buyback. Solo tiene el Sangue nada más, y en cambio el Whisper no.
And then you give Whisper the Aghanim's blessing so that he can kick people away.
No, Whisper no.
I think that's how you itemize the Aegis. I mean, it works for both sides.
El único que no tiene buyback en Infamous es
ulti comes with its own reset like that.
What about the triple purge for
el Mactus nada más.
I think there's some value in that, but I feel like the kick away, for example,
it can be sick, but it also can play against you sometimes, you know?
I just think that it's I'm not sure.
We'll have to see what happens here as Roshan has spawned, and Navi, are they going to take that risk? Are they going to try and contest Roshan, knowing that if they lose that fight, the game's over?
Ese Roshan tiene que pelearlo. Ese Roshan tiene que caer.
Infamous lives with their 2 cores and Navi loses.
Pero todos quieren ese Roshan, todos quieren.
The other side heroes that they can put out. So this is the awkward spot now. If you're Navi, this is playing for the win.
Now, if Infamous plays really fast, they might be able to get this Roshan.
Ya, ahí van a ir a pelear Roshan, pero es en vano. Bien ahí, vamos ahí. Ahora sí.
Okay, that
TPN, Snake. Okay.
Ahora sí.
I actually think that's
Doble daño, bien carajo, bien. Vamos ahí.
Whether or not you RP there. Because you could just give him the refresher at that point.
Yeah.
He has it, in fact. I actually think it's not a bad idea to go for it there.
So we have Cheese on Tusk, Aegis on Chris Luck. Do we see who took the axe? Tusk did. Yeah. So
bien, carajo, vamos. Solo una barraca más. Estamos a mano ahora sí.
I would agree with you if the SD had like 2 more items. But because he gets popped so fast in every
la araña, ahí está la araña.
I don't think there's...
They know Hector's not here. They know Hector's not here. That's why they're going to try and initiate a little bit. Blizzy's trying to catch people right now. Chris Luck is going to meet anybody who tries to go into this high ground. And it's the Elder Tainu to get picked off as he gets a 4-staff away. Ghost Scepter gets pulled.
Uy, puta madre, la falsa promesa lo acaba de salvar. La falsa promesa le acaba de salvar al maldito Elder Titan.
Infamous are insane. The fact that they're risking their game on a 3-on-5 in that position, like, yes, I understand that your Slark's very strong there, but it's still really scary not having one of your main cores and the other one is going back from base, and they're still playing aggressively. I mean, I appreciate it. It's almost like Navi's like a slightly less YOLO version of them. It's some sort of like weird stylistic clash. Like, maybe this is just the best series that we get to cast during this group.
Yeah, that could be. This is the second Navi series that we've cast, in the OG versus Navi one was quite entertaining.
Navi is a fun team.
I think
they just bring out the team.
Okay, level 25 coming in for Tusk.
Esta tiene que ser definitiva, gente. Esta entrada, esta teamfight tiene que ser definitiva. No tiene que haber margen de error.
Maybe if it was like 12, I could see value in that. 7 is kind of
pretty low.
No tiene que haber margen de error en esta entrada, en esta teamfight.
That's the real issue here.
But if you believe in the RNG, you might just be able to go in, Walrus punch somebody, and then right click.
Se mete de cara Héctor.
He's gonna go for it. He believes in it.
You can achieve.
Mientras tanto, en la parte baja tenemos a la araña ahí.
All right, so they don't have buyback on Whisper. He actually, because of his buyout,
se puede morir la araña.
Yeah,
he's had a rough one.
That's super weird.
Yo, they dropped the double ward too. They've created the eyes.
Oh, they're gonna be able to make the initiation on Hector, and he's actually getting beamed down too fast. But there's the disruption to be able to save him.
Uy, no puede ser. Eso no está esperando. Uy, no puede ser.
Oh man, I can't believe he decided to try to go for the TP on the lifestealer. That was he was in the middle of 5 heroes. There's a basher on the out.
And Chris Luck is going for pickoffs right now. At the same time, he's just lost 2 people. He was bottom lane, by the way, when that fight started.
That's Infamous is just pushing their luck way too much.
Oh, this is stressing me out, Blitz.
The thing is like Infamous is actually outplaying them, but then they'll do something that resets the game. And then Navi is a very disciplined team, so they're taking these moments to just say, all right, well, I guess.
Every single time, like, Lifestealer's bottom, let's try and fight. Slark is bottom, let's try and go for a fight
Navi
again.
make, like, the technical decision every time.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Chris Luck is just trying to make single-handed plays, which he's going off a lot of these times, trying to get the pick off on Sneko, misses there. Slark does have the Aegis as well as BKB. He's got his pounds coming up as well as Dark Pact. It's so hard to be able to lock down this hero, as you could see. He threw out the Abyssal Blade, doesn't quite get him. Zayak force-staffing forward, trying to get himself in position for a good spirit and to stomp. But Chris Luck managed to pounce onto the high ground, so he's going to be good. Crystallize.
He just goes to farm. He actually just stops to farm.
He really did.
Oh, man, this team's... they're funny.
I mean, I watched the Lifestealer die in Tusk, and I look over at Chris Luck, and he's farming neutrals. He's like...
You know what this team is? They play with, like, a flair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a definite flair. I actually love both these teams. They might actually be my favorites at the tournament just to cast.
Chris Luck. No Lifestealer, no problem.
He's just running at people,
man.
1v5.
He's saying, I don't care. You guys 1v5 can't lock me down, but he gets hit by a
Uy, no puede ser esto, tío. Maquea nada, viejo.
He's not backing down. Apparently not. He's going to Dark Pact. There goes the Lincolns. Doesn't have a BKB. Blizzy almost caught Schofield in that same position again. And he's going to hit some creeps. He knows Blizzy's up here.
His team is fighting on this left
No
side.
puede ser que se le haya pasado al este el inmortal, puta madre.
They're going to come back in. Whispers looking for his opening. He's going to go for Magical. That's going to be the Aeon popped as both of the cores are now going to turn and fight. Magical trying to get away from Whisper. Schofield being hit by the range right now. Unable to blink in. Sneko has an Aeon disc himself as well as goes after that. Where is he going to use that false promise? Actually already used it. Be able to protect one of the cores. Crystallizes now managed to bring down the Magnus. No RP here. That gets kicked away. Now he's isolated. That's exactly what Chris Luck and Hector.
A su madre, esa araña de mierda. Hoy, ¿cuánto daño tiene, por Dios?
They've blown their buybacks. They want Navi to do the same here. They're going to be able to find Zayak. A beautiful ice shards, but a force staff over.
Vamos, carajo, se viene el Team Famous. Vamos, go.
Back to safety as he goes. Blizzy, meanwhile, cutting creep waves, wants to make sure that they don't have to blow the buyback, but they do.
And that's going to be all the buybacks now out. From the side of Navi, aside from the Brood, right?
Puta, no tiene 7 minutos de... A su madre. 3 no tienen buyback. Están a manos.
Buyback on Lifestealer, buyback on Slark. So Infamous definitely have their buybacks on the most important heroes left.
But for Navi, I mean, Crystallize not having it is so massive.
Yeah.
They've got to play so careful here.
Oh, trying to go for the Brutal Strike. Immediately gets Walrus punched up. Yule Scepter on himself. Doesn't have a Sandstorm. Has a blink.
Bien, carajo. Que se muera la araña, ahora sí.
Magical trying to go in deep, but Schofield.
Bien, bien, puta madre, bien.
But he doesn't have to because the Abyssal Blade. They have another buyback. This is going to be one of the last buybacks coming out from Navi
GG.
right now. They still have the buyback. He has it. And Infamous not overextending themselves. Just going for the objectives
right now. They have RP. They want to take this fight. They have RP.
They have RP with the refresher used by Schofield. He can go back in. That's why Navi are trying to actually separate so much, but Schofield doesn't actually have a whole lot of mana to work with right now. Whisper
Bien, carajo. Ahora sí.
He's going to activate the chase, but it doesn't matter. 100% to 0. Instantly, his Whisper punches him up and down he goes. Sneko forced to use the false promise on himself. Hector forced that out.
Ahora pues no tengo esos que dudaban.
They're going to go for this melee racks, but they still had the glyph the entire time. Navi held on to that one, but they have to take the 4 versus 5, and Chris Luck and the rest of Infamous know it too. They see the opportunity. They're going to be able to get the Megas on stomp, landing on it too, but Hector has the rage to be able to slow down Crystallize. He can't quite get on top of Chris Luck in time. The Dark Pact protects him, gets in front of him though, managed to get the Abyssal Blade, locked down the Slark. He's dead. Same goes with Whisper. 2 dead, 3 dead actually on the side of Infamous. 2 of them have buyback though.
And there was no mana the entire time on the Magnus. He had so many different opportunities. I think Magical actually saves the game by hitting him twice.
Yeah.
Ahora sí tienen ese...
Tienen
mega creep, gente. Saludos para Clippers Pito 2. ¡Guau! ¿Qué fue? Traten de compartir la transmisión. La verdad que está bastante emocionante la partida. Puta, no tienen dos buyback, gente, no tienen dos. Mientras que en el otro no tienen casi 4, no tienen buyback.
They really want to force the buyback on the Slark, though.
Absolutely.
They cannot afford to get out of this situation without forcing the buyback on the Slark. Otherwise, Infamous will just reset and go for it again. But they might have no choice here. With only 40 seconds, they don't feel comfortable going for this. They know that the refresher was popped on this Magnus, so he has RP. They're saying to dissuade them. They're going to play Megas.
Yeah, the buyback on Whisper is all we can force out of them. We can't go for more. And Infamous, now they're just left in a situation, control the map, go for that next Roshan, which is up in 40 seconds. That could still lose Infamous or Navi the game, that fight around the Roshan pit.
Yes. The thing about Infamous's lineup is they still need that backline support to be there for control in the late game. So what Navi needs to do is actually ignore the heroes that they know have buyback. Go for the supports, the SD.
Tiene guadaña de Vice, tiene lo que es el Lion Disc.
And force some sort of like 2-on-4 situation. That is the ideal.
Está bien armada esta rata, por eso tiene demasiado daño.
Magical keeps doing what he's doing, which is blinking into the back line and trying to catch them, and that's why Whisper is always
todos
there
tienen
with
Lincoln.
counterplay. He always counters that blinking with a blinking of his own. Walrus punches Magical, and then he's all of a sudden surrounded by 4 heroes.
And that's why I really like the kick.
Yeah.
So that he could protect as well.
Right.
Rather than
Ya está Roshan, con este Roshan aseguran la partida.
I think in this game at least, it shows a lot more defensive capability in protecting that backline. As they're going to go for the Roshan,
don't think Navi can do this.
Mega creeps make it impossible for you to defend this.
It's become so painfully obvious when you try and smoke outside of your base to contest Roshan against Megas.
Now this is
alright, so we had
this should go for the SD now.
This one is gonna go to Stinger.
Más de una hora, chicos, más de una hora esta partida.
On the mag. And I think it's because he knows that the gems.
La verdad que los de Navi no quieren tirar GG. No sé si aún tienen chance a pelear este teamfight, pero yo digo que ya deberían tirar su respectivo GG.
And if the mag is out of the fight, it's more so that Magical can't get on top of him, I think. Because he realized the folly of the last fight was he just ran out of mana because he got right-clicked twice. And being able to play around the Eddie, or the Shadow Blade, allows you to reset the fight a little bit more as Infamous.
Tiene una buena iniciada nuestro Magnus. Uy, se mete de cara. Héctor se mete de cara, gente.
May just be able to find their first win of the tournament by bringing down Navi in this first game, but it's going to take a lot of discipline here. Splizzy trying to make the initiation, tries to go for Hector. Crystallize follows that up, go immediately going for the back line, but Stinger protects himself with a Gold Scepter.
Uy, se pone Lion Disc, concha su madre, con el Salvamar.
They try and go for the control as best as possible.
Uy, puta, Magnus abajo.
He had no buyback as well. They doing a ton of damage to Crystallize, and it will be enough. He will pop. The regen wasn't good enough for him.
Bien, carajo, ahora sí. Puta, nadie tiene buyback.
Magical can still output the damage to slow down Infamous and keep them from
GG, tiran GG una vez.
There's no RP though. This is their best opportunity.
They will be able to get their initiation. But he had an Aeon test. Meanwhile, the rest of the team's just hitting out the throne. Hector says, damn it, we're not going for heroes, we're going for buildings. It's already down to half.
Bien, carajo, bien.
Stop and Navi call it like that. They say any longer, we can't defend the throne. Infamous. They managed to persevere through so much of that game. They lost control of some of the early laning phase. They're faced up against a Broodmother out. They said it's fine. We're just going to keep farming. They had some fights that just didn't go right for them. They said it's fine. We'll just be able to keep trucking. I mean, the Navi trying to end the game and Chris Luck's like, I got this, guys. I'm just going to go in and out, in and out. I'm going to rack up some stacks.
And special shout out to Stinger at the end there. He understood his position. He's like, they're all.
La verdad que en esta partida, gente, Chris Luck se puso al hombro del equipo, gente. La verdad que buena iniciativa por parte de Chris Luck, ¿no? También Héctor también. Bien, carajo. A ver, para mí fue Chris Lack. Sí, Chris Lack, gente, ¿quién más podría ser? Sí, Chris Lack. Carlos Darwin Quispe, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido a todos. La verdad que estoy hace rato acá transmitiendo la partida de Infamous versus Navi. Bueno, una partida bastante, gente, bastante buena. Se vino... Puta, yo decía que era que ganaba Navi, pero no es así, ¿no? Puta, que el Dota, el juego tiene bajos y altibajos, ¿no? Y bueno, supieron llevar bien este juego, puta, a pesar que solo quedaba Chris Lack vivo y los otros ya estaban muertos, y bueno, solo quedaba él, y bueno, trató de ahuyentarlos, entrar, o sea que tratar de jugarlo solo, ¿no? O sea que no se dio por vencido y tampoco lanzar el GG, pero más allá, la verdad que me gustó bastante esta partida, excelente, muy buena. Salvo por ahí que Scofield, o sea que Scofield no estaba tan cuerdo, digamos, no estaba tan cuerdo en las jugadas, no estaba tan preciso en las jugadas, todo eso, ¿no? Pero a pesar de todo, buena partida. Se va a venir la segunda partida, vamos a ver.
En este caso contra Bichi Gaming. Y a las 6 de la mañana esa hora también vamos a castear. Los espero temprano. Yo voy a castear hasta la partida de Infamous. Voy a castear la partida de Infamous a la 1 de la mañana. Recuerden que a la 1 de la mañana yo voy a estar en el canal del barril del Dota. Voy a estar casteando en el barril del Dota la partida de Infamous de la 1 de la mañana. Así que si no me ven conectado aquí, estoy en el barril del Dota, por si acaso. ¿Ya? Y a las 6 de la mañana me despierto. Voy a estar casteando la partida de Fnatic contra Infamous. Esa partida también la vamos a estar casteando, la vamos a estar viendo. Y ya después nos vemos hasta la noche, pues, ¿no? Como siempre. A las 8 de la noche. Está ganando 1-0, papus, por si acaso. ¿Eh? 1-0 está ganando. Infamous va a estar jugando un rato más también. Espera, estamos ahí esperando la partida de la segunda partida. Está dando Infamous 1-0. Pero esto es un BO2. Esperamos nada más. Bueno, mientras tanto, mientras que vamos esperando, vamos a esta partida, señores. Esta segunda partida.
¿Qué tal risa? Oh, me río. Si me río es porque me río. A ver, vamos a ver a otras partidas, gente. Vamos a ver la partida de OG. También está jugando Virtus Pro versus BG Gaming. Está jugando OG contra Evil Genius, pero quiero ver esta partida de OG versus Evil Genius. ¿Qué tal, chicos? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos. 6 personas viendo lo que es el directo. Gracias a todos ustedes por estar acá nuevamente conmigo. De darme esas alegrías, chicos. A pesar pocas personas, pero estamos aquí. El Santino dice. A ver.
Dark Willow. So as we come to expect, a lot of these off-lane dual lanes with Bassi Ring, Willow with the Abaddon, they've got the Aphotic Shield early. One way play against this lane perhaps is they're just going to have such great defensive capabilities with the Aphotic Shield, and you've got the Shadow Realm on the Dark Willow.
Bueno, rápidamente chicos, nos vamos a esta partida de OG versus Evil Genius. Ya tenemos acá en mid, tenemos a Thompson. Se podría morir ahí. Uy, se acaba de salvar. Not tail.
Don't get the kill. S4 came in just in time. And Juggernaut has crit level 1 instead of a spin. Okay. Because he's just trading hits against the melee hero. This is something, yeah, we see sometimes in these melee versus melee matchups where the crit single target damages.
El mundial lo ganan los franceses. El GG. Ya llegué de vender mi salchipapa. Saludos papi. Saludos para Giorno Giovanna. ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos. Hoy tengo lag. ¿Qué fue, ah?
Last hits and cure this lane a bit, but here comes Jerax with these crits. If he gets the block in, he blocks his forward, doesn't hit him with the stun, but he's completely surrounded. Now he levels up the spin. They are looking for this kill, but Jerax getting very low. The stroke of fate is there, and Anna should be able to get the first blood. Gets the kill just before No Tail goes down. That's a shared bounty. Nice little sidestep.
Un toque, voy al baño. Tremenda partidaza, tío, desde que se jugó lo que es Infamous Gaming, ¿eh? Me gustó esa partida, verdad. Me gustó. Se dijo que es francés, es francés. Team Hamburguesas se lució hace poco. Partidaza, papi. Sí, un gran partida. Está la concha de su madre. No cuento, vas a volar. Vamos a ver si está la partida de este Infamous o no.
Records on passes veil timing it seems.
No falta todavía.
Mid? Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Throws out the decrep to push female back, but fly up to. This is probably jungle stacks. You know, you've got a Sven on your team. Sven doesn't really need too much help to free farm this lane anymore, but if you want to bully Seb out of the lane, you definitely can't see Sven do that alone, but the priority may be much more on just giving our TZ farm, and yeah, Fly's just like, alright.
I think Fly's just gonna stack some camps, go for the bounties.
No, aún falta.
Seems like it's gonna be, again, 3 for EG.
2, 3, yep. Fly got some stacks along the way. There was a Shaker Illusion rune he could have done some stacks with, but it looks like he was prioritized more on those bounty runes at the time. Hero back to the high ground, Save gets back to safety, and things settling down here.
No, aún falta, Teo, aún falta.
2k gold lead already. This laning stage has been very favorable for them with the kills they're getting, the farm they're securing. Sven.
En mid tenemos a Thompson versus Sumail. Uy, se acaba de salvar Tinkerbell. Se muere Ana. Puta, se cura. Igual se murió.
Not enough there, just level 1. And now No-Tail, he needs to be careful himself.
No-Tail's dead. Yep. First Shaker doesn't have a Fisher, he does.
Got a totem followed up by a fissure there. Outlook
Uy,
return this
uy,
one.
uy.
No tail with the Inkswell stun. He's got 1 kill. He's getting a second. This healing ward is causing all kinds of problems. The stroke.
No,
Whoa.
Tail se acaba de
Abaddon with a
llevar.
double kill.
Abaddon had a Photic shield ready.
Oh, he just...
Partidaza, papi, dice. Talas conchas, no cuento. Haz bien, Sep. Sep. ¿Qué chucha fue con Sep, weón?
And boots, but still. That healing ward was so underrated as well. I don't even know if they realized the healing ward was there because they killed Ana despite it doing some healing. But it...
Oh, yo lo veo que está lag, weón. ¿Ustedes cómo lo ven? A ver, si lo veo bien ahí, ustedes. Está bien, Sep. ¡Sep! ¿Qué chucha fue?
Guess the MMR. You would not expect, yeah, I mean, this is just a new style of play and build coming out. Thompson.
Thompson was always a guy who was inventing things in Dota.
Yes. He plays Dota his way, and that's something I think
Qué
OG
rico
always
inmortal,
really
¿no?
liked with players they picked up. When they picked up Ana, it was something they said it's like this guy just plays Dota his way.
Sumail versus
He's not just
Thompson
looking to
en
follow the
mid.
meta, he's looking to kind of create the way heroes are played. And Thompson, he took that to the next level. His Invoker, the Meteor Hammer Invoker, probably the one that he's most well known for, kind of inventing. Here he is with a Naked Dale plus single branch. He's now turned that into some brown boots.
Now they should know something is up. Bane.
You'd expect a ward somewhere. The question is, will you find it on this hill?
They have a sentry on the hill, so they know it's not there.
Traten de compartir la transmisión, chicos.
Been gone on here. He's got the life drain. He's trying
Se
to get
puede
the
morir
Lord, but will
Thompson
get
a
out of
manos de
range,
Fly,
so he will
pero
end
se
up going
acaba
down
de
with the Sleight
caer.
of Fist.
A manos...
Nice attempt by
Apabullan
Thompson,
a
turns around.
Thompson, gente.
Going for the life drain on a hero that was at such a long range meant that it could be easily broken.
Sep.
Middle tower's denied.
Ace
What are you gonna do
At
now?
bottom,
Radiant's bottom
if Ember
tower's
Spirit
under
gets that,
attack.
Bane is just guarding it. He can easily gank the side lane.
Uh-oh, no tail. This is not a lane you want to really be in at this point if you're a G, but that's why they send their 5 position down there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a free tier 1 tower on the bottom lane.
Ratisi acaba
His job is just to try
acaba
and
de
defend this and keep
bajarse
alive
la
as long as possible
Notain.
using Stroke of Fate, but EG understanding that, punish him and followed up by claiming a tier 1 tower. Ortiz with the last hit, that's almost his Midas complete. 9-minute Midas phase boot wand.
Uy, uy,
Really
uy.
good timing on his items. This top lane has found another kill.
RP used, I mean it's 9-minute mark, you're gonna use it to get a single kill. Same goes for Enigma and the Black Hole. Whenever it's ready, if you can get something happen, you should do it.
No tails here, the scan connected, so RTZ is looking to come in from behind. They're just going to go diving for this kill. Sleight of Fist to start with some damage. The Fissure will catch them out a little bit here. Remnant on forward. RTZ's got the stun, and this should be a dead no-tail.
A su madre. Están embalados los de AG.
Throw it out before he dies. Ace Rune Ember.
Haz bien franchute.
The read sees the 2 pump fakes and jukes the actual totem, but towers are dropping and dropping fast. Thompson, it's up to him to come in and respond to this one. There is a fissure. S4 has got the level 6. He can level up the borrowed time.
Ya, ahora sí. Ahora chicos, voy a empezar la segunda partida de Infamous versus Navi, ¿no? Ahora sí vamos a ahora sí, gente.
Lemon and honey is a good way to
Lime though.
help your throat. There's very little difference.
Nix assassin.
Curative properties.
Oh, okay. Because
If you dig about it, they're just both citrus.
My
Navi
girlfriend was
nuevamente
making comic-
repite al
or
Alchemist.
Yeah.
and she doesn't really. I mean, she's European, so
You really gotta pick a
she
hero.
thought
You got 10 seconds
she'd seen me
left.
make it a few times. And all she had was
You
lemons
better pick
and
your
not
hero.
limes.
5 seconds.
And she was like, "This is
Yes.
disgusting."
For that situation, there.
Ya chicos, ahora sí, go. Me encanta cuando los caster dicen Chris Lack.
Pretty quickly, they took the first bite.
Alchemist again. Infamous are saying, go ahead.
Dude, Alk is jacked. Like his arms are like veiny and huge, but he's got a bit of like a powerlifter
Yeah,
gut.
he's got, yeah, exactly.
O sea, banearon al Magnus, banearon banearon a Slark, banearon también al Silence,
I mean,
al Asians
honestly,
también.
if you think about it, he's got another dude
Mientras
that he has
tanto,
to constantly
por
carry
parte de
around.
Infamous
That's
Gaming banean lo que es a un
like
tren,
50 pounds on the other.
banean
He's also
a Big Master, banean a un
Not to call
a
the
Ryzen,
competitive
y
integrity
también
of this
banean a
competition
Tinkerbell,
in
gente.
question, but
Go
definitely
Dire team. Pick
Yeah,
him up.
for sure.
Pick him out.
that's
He's
what
not-
Chemical Rage is.
He's not all natty.
He's literally roiding out right now.
He's honestly, I
Right
don't want to say
now,
anything,
right
but
now.
he's definitely he's juicy. He's got some picograms in him.
easy, papu, easy. Un War
This
Cream.
time, there's no Slark, no Ancient Apparition.
War Cream para
we didn't
Héctor.
see a last game, but we've seen
9 personas viendo, gracias a todos ustedes por estar acá nuevamente conmigo. Vamos a divertirnos nuevamente viendo esta partida de Infamous Gaming versus Navi, ¿no? Algunas partecitas trataré de castearlo y algunas partecitas no, pero como todos, como ustedes saben, no soy caster, pero podría hacerlo algún día, ¿no? Pero vamos a seguir viendo.
Just their confidence. If they could knock off this Alk again,
Yeah.
and you know what, that would probably have longer implications for
El
Navi as
capitán
well.
de Infamous es
Because people are going to look
Stinger.
at this and say like, Navi's Alk is not everyone else's
Pero
Alk.
yo no
Like, this
entiendo
is-
por qué
for me
repiten
anyways, this is
nuevamente
a
Shadow
statement game.
Demon.
You got 10 seconds
If
left.
Because
Navi
we've
wins
seen
this,
much better teams
Yes.
test the give a team Alchemist. We can beat
and
it.
they've lost the lesser
And they've
teams.
lost.
But Infamous, I'd argue, is a worse team than they just beat them. But the Alk principle, it's always interesting. What team can beat Pro with this mate? Be able to win.
Yeah.
What team can beat Leshrac at the TI5? What is the OP?
Supongo
hero
que ese
that others aren't?
Lesrac es
And what
para
is your-
Stinger.
Dire team pick.
What are you gonna roll the top? Although I just heard EG gave up Alk Chen, and let me say that is crazy.
Work for Liquid, it's
Let me
certainly not
say
going to
that
work
is-
for EG.
Yeah, that is not the
Dude, both those teams do.
what Liquid and EG. Liquid looks a lot better than EG. Let me say.
8 personas viendo la transmisión.
No,
Saludos, GA.
bueno, himno lo podemos poner cuando ya gane, ¿ya? Cuando gane himno lo ponemos, pero cuando está jugando creo que no, porque siempre ha perdido y ha sido una cosa increíble que el himno nos ha dado.
Thank you.
Bueno, tenemos entonces aquí el primer pick, la Enchantress, el Alchemist y el Earth Spirit.
And you guys are
Oye,
sure they're not
algo
here
otra
for
vez,
us.
¿no?
I'm pretty
Otra
sure
vez es
they're
Alchemist.
either Navi
¿Cuál
or-
era que el Enchantress no lo
for sure,
saque
but, like,
Infamous?
That
Me
you're-
encantaría
you know,
si hubiera
ride with the
sacado
team
el
that you're gonna
Enchantress
ride.
para
But if you're
el señor
listening to this,
Whisper.
it means
Es
having you-
increíble cómo lo juega. Vemos que Navi también termina respetando el Magnus
Something,
del
if you're
señor
reading this, it's
Scofield. Lo termina baneando de segundo pick. También banean a ese Silencer que ya lo han visto, lo han analizado. Que termina sacando también Infamous, o sea, el señor Whisper también juega al Silencer. Interesante ahí, por si acaso. Están respetando a Whisper de una manera increíble y se ve por los bans. Whisper, el boliviano, está siendo respetado, le están baneando sus picks, que él obviamente juega y lo demuestra a un buen nivel, ¿no? Por ejemplo, Whisper con el Silencer, me recuerdo tanto que sacó un montón de daño, hacía un montón de daño, lamentablemente no salió bien las partidas, vemos a Whisper ahí sufriendo. También hemos visto al señor Scofield que terminan respetándolo. Y esos son héroes puntuales que no son tan normales de banear, pues por así decirlo, no son generales, son más que nada de Infamous, ¿no? Por así decirlo. Muchas gracias, Daniel.
Un saludo para mi hermano Christian CR, un ratón con alma de inmortal. Vamos, Infamous, aguanta.
Un ratón con lemas de inmortal. Bueno, saludos ahí de parte de Daniel Carrera. Gracias, papu. A su hermanito Christian CR. Ahí está, un ratón. Saludos, papu. Espero que no fides nomás en tus partidas. Ahí está, un saludito para Cristian. Gracias, gente, por estar aquí. Y bueno, como les comentaba, gente, así que ya tenemos ahí por parte de Navi un pequeño respeto en héroes específicos en Infamous. Y acaban de sacar al Juggernaut. Y ese Juggernaut me huele a que es Héctor K1. Héctor el Cachaviejas. Posiblemente le veremos de nuevo a Héctor con este pick. Un Dazzle. Navi acaba de sacar un Dazzle de cuarto De cuarto pick, sí, que entonces este es un Dazzle support. Y la pregunta es por qué un Dazzle de cuarto pick, ¿no? Wow.
Salud para Spectris.
A lot of people were hating on before this event, but you know, maybe this is just their tournament. And at the bottom two, we have Infamous and IP, but that's a little bit of a because EG have played more games.
Yeah, they played a whole series more
Oh
than
man, Rick,
they
there's only 10 seconds left
RNG
to pick a
Infamous.
hero.
NIP have one series. The Infamous
you
is
better pick
in
your
the middle
hero.
of their
5
second series,
seconds.
which they've already got one win in, which means even if they lose this game, they would actually be there with EG.
I
Radiant
think
team
they'd be
pick.
ahead because they've played one series. Even if EG win.
Oh, EG's played 3 series.
Warlock.
Oh, that's
This
right,
is
because they're in the
series.
OG right
They're
now.
0-2 Fnatic, 1-1 Navi, and if they go 0-2 against OG, they'd actually be last in the group
Yeah.
by like a full series, which is incredible to think about. As Dazzle Warlock, a pretty passive. Okay, so the one thing about Navi's drafts, it feels like they really love to save.
Uy, uy,
And look
uy.
at this. Last pick,
Chris
Broodmother
Luck.
us? Nah, we last pick Broodmother you.
Oh, that's
Scofield.
that's fun.
That's dirty.
I like it.
I'm presuming it actually beat Dazzle now. I don't think it does. Because you have Shadow. First of all, like Poison Touch is going to win the lane initially, and then you have Shadow Wave to deal with some spiders. Like I think you actually have enough to that Brood won't
You
run
just
you
get
over.
webbed and spidered on though. I mean, see Brood lose. Aside from Kunkka,
I mean, I could see him. I could see the Broodmother dying early. You've got Earth
Okay.
Spirit plus Dazzle Poison.
You really gotta pick
That
a
is
hero.
a
You got 10 seconds left.
you're gonna need Zayas
Yeah,
to do a lot this game.
5 seconds left now.
Okay. But as I was saying, Navi seem to really like to save with Alk. You know, they drafted the Oracle. This time they have the Dazzle plus the Warlock.
Yep.
It feels like they like that mechanic. I think they're treating this Alk as like a true one game. Last time they had some soft measures. This time they're all. They've got 3 heals plus an Alk.
That's a lot of heals.
It's a lot of heals.
It's a lot of supporting cast. They do have a secondary.
Castelo en quechua, dice. Lo castearía en quechua, pero papu, ¿quién va a compartir el video? Pues papu, a ver. No lo comparten, pues si habría 20 personas sí lo castearía en quechua.
Right.
Or you treat him as if like he's any other.
Aunque podría ser
Or you
podría
make a
ser
lot of stuns
tendencia,
on him so
¿no?
that he can just teamfight.
Youtuber
But
castea
in this
en
regard, they
quechua
just
el
decided to treat him as like the-
TI9.
You know, like the power buff, raid buff. I guess
Sería bueno.
even better. It speeds up the
Oh,
timing
yeah.
even more.
Ahora sí, papu,
It gives
crucemos
him,
los
nice
dedos,
armor
gente.
buff.
Crucemos espada, gente, ahora
Really
sí.
good for him.
El Brute Mother.
Offensive
Chris
use of Solar
Luck.
Crest is obviously incredible for Alchemist. As
A ver,
Knight of
número de
Soul
total de
Damage,
víctimas
you can
emboscadas con humo en 10
unstable
minutos.
concoction.
0. Por la hueá es jugador con el mayor daño mágico con puros total infligido de héroes en el final de la
You know,
partida
part of this I
seleccionar.
always like to see is
Más
I think it's kind of
magical.
cool the hero chat wheel
Número
lines
de
because it goes to
campamentos
show how
ancestrales
much
acumulados en
that player has
puntos.
practiced this hero in their pubs.
Enfrentamientos.
Like if
When
you
they
see,
have them
diez
yeah, you see the
rompen.
level 25, you're like,
Último jugador en
"Darn,
morir.
this guy,
Do you have any 25s?
this guy's spamming it. No,
Último
I don't
jugador
either.
en
You would
morir.
think I would have it with Storm, but I'm only 14.
I am
Chris
I
Luck.
am close. I think I'm level 20 or 21.
Ahora sí que gente, rápidamente
You're more over here.
nos vamos a esta partida,
I also
la segunda partida, un BO3.
But I'm trying to catch up here. I'm actually trying to
Ya.
grind Dota like a lot.
Nos encontramos ya en la parte
Just
baja,
needed
tenemos
a
a
break from,
Héctor nada
being
menos con
terrible
el
with it.
Javernado, tenemos
I
a
mean, we'll
Whisper
definitely-
con
we'll-
Lesnar,
I think,
también
About to
tenemos
start.
a Scofield
The
con
cool
el
part about
Nix
the new
Assassin y
engine
bueno,
system is that,
tenemos
like I
lo que es
said,
a Stinger nada menos con el Shadow Demon, ¿no? Y
yeah.
bueno, nada
I mean,
menos
I-
ahora sí tenemos a Chris
Dude,
Luck.
I'm a sick
Like me, you can hit me up when you're back to 6K.
A Chris Luck tenemos con
oh,
el
no, I lost
con
a
la
lot.
arañita, pues
Oh,
gente.
did you?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly,
Y ahora
this new
tenemos-
ranking system, the
tratan
-40
de hacer-
+10, I've almost lost my
Who's that
6
blowing the
I
horn?
was almost
Ahí
7 game before.
van a tratar de
right
ganar
before
lo que es
GM, and then
bien. Ganaron las 2 runas.
system came. I
Yeah,
just-
but you're terrible, and like, you know, I'm actually.
Las 4 runas ganaron, ¿qué? Uy,
You know
uy,
the
uy.
Stinger? Or we, sorry, no, that's not Stinger. Stinger's right now the one just trying to catch
Se
the
podría
Earth
morir,
Spirit
se
and
podría
set
morir.
up Whisper. And now that Whisper's here, he actually has the level 1 split Earth to make sure they get 1 stun into the
Bien,
follow-up
carajo.
chain stun from Schofield, and
They've surrounded him.
oh, they're
Get
gonna
him.
give it to Whisper.
Oh, they also, they're core givers. You know, there's always, there's 2 types of teams. There's either the guys that, you know, they're gonna right click as fiercely as
Bien,
they can to get the
papu, bien,
last hit,
bien.
Yeah,
or they're gonna give their cores the kills.
yeah,
Alliance their supports will right click furiously.
yeah.
Insania's getting that last hit.
OG
Rápidamente se viene el GAN por parte de Sayak.
So like you know how to divide it.
Ahí tenemos lo que es a Enchantress con
Secret. Yapsor's
Con
taking the
Air
last hit with
Spirit.
Faithful every time.
frente
He's a fate bolter.
frente a Héctor que va con
I mean, I
Javerna,
admire
¿no?
it.
Pero ahí tenemos
What an
bastante presión
outplay as,
por parte de
Magical is
Infamous.
back top. They've switched
Lo
things around
lo
and
encierra
Crystallized
Stinger.
one-on-one against the Brute.
Utiliza lo que es el... Uy, se podría morir bien.
Stun. And they give him the
Bien.
last hit again. They're gonna risk it so that he gets the last hit every time. As top lane, Whisper.
Ahí tenemos en la
Best part
parte
about
arriba
this
tenemos
situation,
a
when you're in a
Whisper ahí
one-on-one and you're in the safe lane, it feels fine.
tranquilamente ahí farmeando.
Magical though, you know, he's been relegated. They're like, okay, this is not a good lane. See, they agreed with me, man. I was like, doesn't Brute just die?
Yo creo que esta
Doesn't
partida
Brute
se
just
lo
kill this
lleva
puzzle?
se lo
Like,
lleva
pretty easily
Infamous.
too. Because if you think about it, if he
Sí,
ever
se lo lleva
isolates you and
Infamous,
you're not
gente.
in your creeps, you're dead.
Yeah.
And you can't stop him from farming, and you don't pressure his tower.
A ver cuánta gente, a ver, vas a caer Chupetín, Kelvin, salud para Kelvin, Cupe, Quechua, Castelo en Quechua.
And I don't think that
Ok.
Dazzle does either of
A
those.
pedido de mis 6 personas que están
Then
viendo
again,
el
I don't think
directo,
Slark did either.
voy a hablar en Quechua, ¿ok?
Whoopee.
It was so wild. Seeing a Broodmother
Espérense,
like,
espérense.
by 6 minutes. Have all this map control and them never
Pero-
being down by
4 personas.
The best player we've never heard of.
Se puede caer ahí Stinger.
setting up the impale, but they didn't feel like they could really
Podría
go.
haber caído ahí
Will he
Enchantress
still
a
have
manos de...
cooldown for not of a second on his nature's attendance, but with it back up. Just scared to do so, as Whisper is...
Tenemos en la
I mean,
parte de arriba a
he's
Whisper
not really terrible
solito.
on the top lane, like, at least when it comes to levels. And that's really what you want on this hero. You will flash farm and catch up on this hero, as he's actually going to go for the fight, and that'll be a mistake.
Yeah, but he's right next to the trees, so he may get hit by the poison touch, but they can't reset it.
Never fight against Dazzle.
I mean, this is a lane that even though it's like annoying, it should be kind of okay for him, just because they shouldn't be able to kill him.
Who's the one that strums the guitar in like a really cool way? The Air Spirit? That has like
no,
that
he
riff?
rides his. He rides his.
Yeah, that's
like
what,
a
but
surfer.
it plays the
Oh yeah, it plays a little bit of a surfer jam.
I really like that. That might be my favorite.
Alchemix se tiene con una cota de
As
Maya,
Whisper
también
is
tiene lo que es un anillo
non-stop spamming the
espiritual,
disco.
una hoja mitigante, una rama
Literally
férrea,
hasn't stopped
un
since the
escudo
lane
robusto
started.
y un
There's not a whole
tango.
lot for him.
Mientras tanto,
Right? Just
Chris
keeps on
Lack
battling against an Echo, so.
tiene lo que es una hoja
Or as,
mitigante,
Slacks calls him,
una claridad,
Sonico.
un anillo
Sonico.
espiritual y 2
Oh,
tangos.
sweet Sonico.
Por el momento,
Lizzie activates the
va llevándole la
Aegis
posta lo
attendants,
que es
and, Schofield
lo que
is
es
gonna be able to
Javerna
get
en
the
la
stun,
parte de
but
abajo.
this heal over time is gonna be able to
Podría,
match that Blade
ahí
Fury,
podríamos
and,
tener
Uy,
podría caer Scofield a manos de
Sayak,
pero trata de... Uy,
He has the boots to be able to
Uy,
counteract
uy,
that Orb of
¿qué
Venom,
tal?
dodges the roll in, and Schofield's fine. He laughs his way to safety.
¿Qué tal
Meanwhile, over the top
jugadilla
lane,
por parte?
Whisper trying to get the
Acaba de
kill on
caer Whisper
Snake,
en la parte
activates the
arriba.
Fairy Fire, but it's not enough to live.
I think he's
He
getting
does
frustrated.
Yeah.
This lane's not fun to be in right now. The bottom lane, they made the classic mistake of thinking Ench was a killable hero.
Yeah, dude. It's
uy,
not.
uy, uy. Bien,
They just
Uy,
max
¿qué fue?
out. You think like, oh, we don't have
bien. Oh, ¿su qué?
what happened. Dude, I caught so many kills in game
A
one.
2,
I
gente,
mean,
no
this I
puedo
can't
creerlo.
blame
you for that.
Like what? All right, well, Crystalline's just turned around on a gank, killed a Broodmother,
With no stun.
and killed. He killed the
Now he has level 6.
Dude, fighting Alchemist under Acid Spray is
Oh,
actually
su
so hard.
madre.
Yeah, but you have to stand under it to die.
¿Qué tal este,
Whisper's
ah?
gonna die here, and at the same time they do manage to kill the
Uy,
Earth Spirit
uy, uy.
again, but
¿Qué
Hector's
tal
gonna get
es,
traded
pero
out
qué
for it,
tal
so this
es
time
Stun,
around,
gente? ¿Qué tal es
the
Stun por
Juggernaut
parte de Scofield?
doesn't just
No
easily
podría haber
run around
este.
getting a kill. This
No
is-
puede
this
haber
is
un
having a great
error
game.
de esa manera, ¿no?
I mean, everyone on Navi is having a...
Yeah, this is... Well, Infamous did have a rough laning phase last time, too.
Yeah, but it was a little bit different. No one got solo killed like this. Crystallize actually just got a walk in for free double kill on a core and a support.
Dire's
And
middle
not like a
tower's
super under
attack.
farm support either. Like this guy has...
It's funny, they did that gank when it's like, oh, he's about to get level 6, like, let's kill him while he's still 5. And then that just actually sped up Crystallize's timing, and now he's level 7.
Dude, his timing is insane now. He's gonna pop the ult, does not care now about Schofield's presence at
Yeah.
all.
Just can't do enough damage to him.
So last game he got the Radiance around 11 minutes. With that bonus, we'll see if it speeds that timer up a little bit more.
Plus the fact that he's a successful mid lane, is that better for Alk than safe lane?
Yeah,
Just the
the
experience.
levels, man.
Hoy nuevamente acaba de caer Héctor en la parte de abajo
People are just
a
dying.
manos de
I feel
el
like Choco was
Enchantress.
unkillable.
Yeah. Apparently not.
Bien,
And
podría estar
Sneko
cayendo
is
Soneco.
definitely killable. His heal is actually doing him a lot of work, but eventually they should be able to run him down. His
Qué
damage over
tanto
time.
golpe
5
aguantes.
minutes being counteracted by the Shadow Word, and Whisper's
Pues
actually taking
rápidamente
some
viene lo que es
away. They
el
raid
Spirit
upon it
a
as well. They
salvar
could be in
el
big time
a
trouble.
salvar
Whisper
el
failed once
tercero
again.
a...
The two-man stun. He gets
Ah,
out
bueno,
the stun to
salvarlo.
follow it up, but Whisper is dead.
Wow, Navi is working him right now. They are thoroughly outplaying Infamous.
They are.
And look at this Crystallize. You know, he's saying, I'm not a slouch in mid lane. I know how to stack camps.
The Radiant Sign Alchemist is I feel like dirty. Because you're so close to that camp, just never miss it. Zion's trying to get the roll away, but Hector sticks right next to him. The
He's
Shadow
fine.
is still going to be enough. It keeps on out-healing this damage over time from Infamous, whether it's the Blade Fury coming out from the Juggernaut or the Edict attempt by the Leshrac. They just can't seem to finish the job.
This is twice now where they've gone for it. They've committed quite hard for the kill. Haven't ended up with it, and easier cap. This was your last
Easy,
pick
get
move to try
easy.
to have a similar game, and it was pretty disastrous if I'm honest with you.
Centaur running in. Blizzy gonna get a solo kill on Whisper. Look at the difference
Oh,
between these
man.
offlaners. Level 7, almost level 8 Blizzy. Whisper, only level 4. Nice kickback. Hector uses that opportunity to get a Blade Fury on top of Magical. He might be able to get the kill if he throws out the Omni Slash, and he doesn't actually have a Shallow Grave, so Magical is dead. Disaster strikes. As Science thought it was an opportunity to get some damage on Hector, actually kills his core.
And look at this. He's coming to steal the stack right now on the Brood.
Exactly.
do stuff
He's
like
gonna
this.
get rolled on. They do have the acid spray. That's gonna be able to take so many spiderlings. That actually, experience-wise, probably wasn't as good, but gold-wise, it was probably still worth it for Crystallize.
And the SD Stinger comes in trying to kill up these creeps. And did he pop it in time? I don't think so, because Crystallize did just get a good amount of gold, and he's gonna get the ward. He got 134 gold for that. They're in such a good position right now.
Hector again being gone on by this Earth Spirit. They just keep on putting the pressure there because they know they've got this nice one-on-one bottom lane that is gonna go well for them. And Crystallize is 1v1ing.
Vamos a caer
Looks like
chupetín.
a round where the 10-minute bounties will finish up their Radiance for.
This is such a good timing. He got it at like 11 last game, and I thought that was fast considering he had absolute free farm.
Yeah.
And because he had a tri-lane devoted to him, and this game might even be quicker. Plus he went Soul Ring, so like he had to expend even more money, where he just went Bracer last time. It's like he's gonna be in a sweet position right now. More or less has it. He might even get it before the bounty run.
What happened to people not going the unstable concoction? Cool, roll down. But there is going to be the healing ward. Hector micros it pretty nicely. It still dies to magical, but at least he got away from the Earth Spirit. Got a few more seconds.
I think it's because you just want to raid boss it now,
Yeah.
and like hit buildings. And yeah, you got it before the 10-minute mark.
Dead again. Like this edict is so bad in this game for him because he's dealing with enchant, where this enchantress has all these extra creeps to be able to tank it up. The show word was super effective, and it looks like Stinger is still gonna die as well at bottom. So that's a double kill for them.
They're gonna get
bounty runes. That was 3 for Navi. No, 2 for 2.
2 for 2, but you know what the wild part is? It didn't matter because Crystallize had the Radiance before. He got it at 9:48. That is a timing cap.
Timing indeed. Which means he's already 1,000 gold into his Blink Dagger. A fast Blink Dagger this game is going to be ruthless.
God, this timing is... It just gets better and better. If you're a Navi fan, your emotions...
No puedo creerlo que en minuto 10 tenga resplandor, imagínense.
1-1. But that'll sneak you in.
Yes. Yes, it will. Whisper gonna be spotted by Blizzy here. Activates the Diabolic Edict. This heal over time is counteracting. They will manage to hit the Impale. That'll be enough. They're gonna drop everything they have, though. The Warlock Golem trying to counteract as much as possible, but Earth Spirit still being damaged by the Blade Fury. Now just the Omni Slash going over to him, but it's 6 on the Golem instead. Now he's left exposed as Crystallize sees the opportunity to TP in with the Unstable Concoction to kill the enemy core carry.
And Hector's trying to do whatever he can, but... They're just in such a rough position right now.
Trying to kill Sneko with the Soul Catcher, helping this burst damage, but do they? It's going to be a little bit close. They're going to go for the 3rd poison. Sneko is actually fine, especially with the heal from Dazzle.
Oh, look at that body block!
Stinger's fine.
We just appreciate little moments like that, as the mid tower is taken by the Brute.
That's good.
And funny enough, his build is completely different than the one we saw last game. As the roll-in comes, doesn't have mana to kick for the slow.
Can he get out of vision? He's got to get away from these impetus shots, and he does.
Look at his spider legs. Just panicking.
Dire's top tower's
Gonna back himself out. In fact, going for the Midas into the Aghanims. He's playing for that level 20 talent right now, Cap.
You think this is a game where he's gonna have to play a little bit more split push Gorilla style? Like
yeah.
that's what the Midas Axe build is, right? Is you're just controlling the map, running around, dodging
I think it's
fights.
really hard for him to fight.
Hey, bottom lane, Whisper's dead.
Nuevamente acaba de caer Whisper a manos de...
I've said that
del Alchemist, gente. Podría caer otro Scofield también cae a manos de...
I mean, Whisper had a rough game 1 too.
A su madre.
He came in the clutch in some late game situations, but
Cap, they're gonna deathball it.
yeah, they're deathballing real hard right now.
They have this Dazzle with a Necrobook.
Yeah.
He is going to be strong. I would like somebody on their team to go Solar Crest this game.
What's the matter with you? You just...
I don't
Well,
know.
he doesn't have to, like, he can do the classic Dazzle core thing where he only goes Necrobook 1 and it goes back to the Solar Crest.
I feel like Solar Crest has a lot of value in this game.
Especially with this Blink Dagger and Crystallize, they can be able to burst down Crystallock some of these times. If not, they can at least kill some Spiderlings.
He wants to burn them.
Rack it
Rough
up.
to think about. Poor spiders.
Poor Spider.
Spiders are great. They help, you know, they're just homies.
Dude, I know they eat bugs and stuff. That doesn't stop me from hitting them. Some creepy.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
That doesn't change the fact that they're gross, creepy, and weird.
No, opposite day. As Whisper's going to take this bottom tower, or at least trying to, and the trade will be this mid tower, and maybe they just continue to go for it.
This is the right idea, though, right? If you're at this point and Navi's deathballing, you literally just stay away from them and try and take as many towers as possible to
Oh,
trade
look at
off.
this. He's going for Greaves. They're really going to deathball this at some point.
They're just going to be impossible to kill.
Greaves, they're going to have 4 forms of healing. They have a counter-initiate tool with the Warlock Golem. I will say, I think as the game goes on, like, in an ultra-late situation, they will lose.
Navi will?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they have a Dazzle core.
Yeah, with the type of heroes that they have, I can see them losing.
Dice, they know he's here because the Diabolic Edict has spotted him out. They're going to try and run him down, but Crystallock, thanks to that damage over time, he's like, oh no, my Spiderlings, my poor babies, I have to retreat, but Whisper will be left behind. Couldn't do enough damage to kill anybody.
So many hits of the Poison Touch.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
2 and 6.
Ya, qué feo le está metiendo camote. Saludos para ayudar a Alberto Llaves Justiniano.
Like a repeat performance here in game 2.
Yeah, and we saw this sort of dominant start from Navi in the last game. So you know, they should try to reset themselves, continue to stay a little bit more disciplined. But it's a little bit of a different situation because of the solo kill.
15-minute bounties, they're going to hit the impale, making sure that was smart from Schofield. He could have gotten greedy and gone for the Vendetta hit, but better to make sure that bounty rune is not picked up for the Alchemist.
And this is the least amount of farm that I've ever seen Hector have. Only has 100 CS right now.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant just fortified.
Navi have done such a good job of just choking out the farm.
Relatively speaking, it's not that bad from Hector, right? But with his performances so far, he's been so good at finding farm that this is subpar for him.
And in this game, they've done such a good job of shutting him out. They've been following him around, making life hard for him, sticking the Enchantress in his lane. They've done a very good job. Navi,
Lizzie,
they're going to go for the smoke here. They want to continue to play aggressive with this Alc. He's got BKB too. He's hit the next tier timing. He almost has the AC already on top of that. This guy is an absolute fiend right now with that gold.
Just the little things turning off his radiance.
You know this happened last game too? Crystallize, they did this exact smoke. He found an illusion.
Whoa! They still managed to hit him with the roll-in, but he's on the high ground. They just need to stay out of vision. Don't get spotted by the unstable concoction, but he does. Out of a spider he goes, but he has the Aghanim Scepter underneath the tier 2 as well.
This exact same thing happened in the last game.
Yeah?
Yeah, like literally the exact same situation. That's crazy.
They're going to force down this tier 2. Schofield trying to hit the impale right now. Pump faking a few times, but he knows. He's like, nope, can't save you, Stinger. I've just got to get away from Crystallize, who's prepping that unstable concoction. Navi will turn back to the tier 2.
Look at this. They're going to protect their catapult. What a team.
Whisper is doing the same thing, though. Like, he's just going all in for these side lane towers every single time. He doesn't care about his life. That's why Navi are just going to go for the high ground.
They should go for this.
We're saying we're unkillable. You can't stop us.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So hit all the tier 2s you want. We're going to go straight for your base. We're going to go for Stinger, try to slow this entire thing down. Hector shows up with a healing ward, but look at the Necronomicon's just running at that healing ward as best as possible. Does manage to pick it up, and Hector takes a lot of damage. He's not going to feel good about fighting right now, especially with no Omni Slash. So that's going to be a tier 3 dead. Whisper just keeps it going at the tier 2. I think Infamous, as sad as this is the best play they have.
Yeah,
they can't actually fight.
They will lose a 5-on-5, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Especially against the Rock, as this is the second time Stinger's popped out, and last 2 times he's died for it, but with the BKB on this Alp, 17-minute racks, this is so well done right now by Navi.
Going to come in from behind, though. They're saying maybe we do have to try and fight. They've already lost their melee barracks, but they're going to go for it anyway. Crystallize gets stunned. He's going to be stunned up by his own unstable concoction. They have to throw out the early Shallow Grave Whisper. Yule Simpsons himself. Meanwhile, the Omni Slash is able to finish off that Earth Spirit. Stinger gets run down by the cores of Dazzle, and it looks like the healing was still too much. Even with the chain stunning on Crystallize, he honestly did not get close to death. Even with the Shallow Grave on him, he was good 50% or more the entire time. They will be able to grab a creep wave here, but spin out. Will be able to dodge that unstable concoction. Can't dodge the infinite shots, though, and that's why Hector will fall.
Way too strong right now at this point.
I mean, what was the point of fighting when you've already given up the melee barracks?
It's always weird when things like that happen, when teams decide to go for the fight after the fact, as we see Crystallize. He's loading up the stun right now. He knows. If the neutral creep had hit him. Crystallize, I like how aggressive he's being anyways in this game. And Navi, it feels like they learned from last game. They're like, we probably played that a little bit too carefully. In fact, keeping the pressure up. And I feel like the only thing that's changed is they don't have the Warlock Rock, but I don't even know if that changes too much. I feel like with the AC, it's strong enough to offset what they just lost, and they should just go for it again.
It's kind of surprising to me that they're only down by 7,000 net worth on Infamous. Then again, they do have a Brood Mother.
Yes.
So,
the
Brood Mother with Midas as well.
The Brood will keep you relatively even-spirited. But top push is going to be hot and heavy, and the AC has now been complete.
I mean, his build is not designed to fight, and Navi, they're taking full advantage of that, right? They're just like saying, well, since you can't fight us,
congrats on all your webs.
Yeah,
we're really happy for you. Navi, if they want to be super disciplined, they could go for the Roche, but Cap, they're taking a page out of Infamous's book. They're going to go for the 4-on-5.
Yeah.
And in a mirrored situation, they're going to lose the courier to the Brood. And they don't seem to care. They're just sort of going for it. They've got the AC on Crystallize. They're saying this is enough right now. And the backline going to get assaulted.
Stun. They're not going to be able to get the BKB off. Crystallize feels fine. He's going to go for the Chemical Rage, but that's why Chris Luck is going for Snako. Will be able to take him down with Stinger as well as... Oh, the roll in. That's going to be, unfortunately, Schofield going down. Magical does get stunned. He's not going to be able to get the TP away. Magical will fall to the Spiderlings here, even as Crystallize tries to save him. And at least we'll be able to get some spiders on his way out. They have to cut the creep wave.
Dude, the BKB Brood's a beast.
And bottom lane's in trouble. They actually need to be able to go back, defend this tier 3. Hector needs to make sure he doesn't get stunned into the silence, though. He's going to be in a bit of trouble, but there's just not enough coming out from Zion, so they will be able to TP out.
Like 100 health, if that. Okay, so the BKB Brood, we definitely underrated that. That is strong. We're going to see again. You just see Chris Luck skip his way towards the backline. Snako without that Warlock Rock. There's no way to defend himself, and Magical wanted to save the Grave, it looked like, just for himself. But he was able to just 1v3 there in the backline.
Kind of crazy that, like, Infamous could have fought 4 versus 5, but instead they left Hector at bottom lane and took the fight 4 versus 4.
Puta madre, yo sé que le inicia con daga y su
Navi this
stun.
time, they're like, gotta just go for it, and it almost cost them a pretty big fight, but
yeah,
goes relatively even. Of course, they don't have Blizzy there, who's going for the full-on carry build. Let me just say,
Blitz.
What's up?
Level 20 Broodmother. He's finally online with his real split push threat, and he's in the split push position right now.
They've got to go back after this.
Well, are they even? They're being delayed a lot by Stinger right now. The disruption going out, they're going to try and roll out on the Earth Spirit. They will be able to kick him back into the pool. Really good play there. And Navi will clean up that kill, but they've been significantly delayed. And look what's happening to this bottom lane. They can't give up on this Rosh, but they cannot give up on this Rosh. They have to stick it out, but Crystallize. He actually gets his TP canceled. That's why Infamous are going back into it. They're going to hit the tier 3s without the damage dealer. The Alchemist, they might just be able to fully commit. There it is, the Omni Slash instantly on his eyes, but it gets the roll away just in time, but the melee barracks isn't going to be able to survive. They're still in trouble. They could just spin out quite easily, be able to get away. Look at that, Infamous. Oh, they dropped the rock. They're going to be able to catch Hector still.
They might go for Roshan themselves. If the Brood had TP'd and doesn't have it, but they get racks. Unbelievable. Infamous. The stun by Schofield was sick. On the Crystal.
Chris Luck está aprovechando los espacios que le está dando a sus compañeros para que rompa las líneas, chicos. Ese me parece muy bien.
Brood really needs a TP, is what she needs. Because I think what you want to do in this situation is actually force them back to get the
vuelve la carga.
Yeah. Because getting a range Rex at this point, I don't think really matters too much to Navi. Oh, they've already lost the melee.
Ya tiene
Part of the reason he can't go and take the time to get a TP right, though, is he wants to keep this pressure to try and keep Navi away from that Roshan.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to bring clarities to himself, but not the TP.
Really?
Yeah, okay, he has to return it. Come on, man. Okay, he returned it so that he could get the Javelin and the Quarterstaff.
TPs for noobs. You just get an Aghanim Scepter and run around the map really fast.
That is so funny to me.
Crystallize going to stun himself.
He actually turned around. He's like, the funniest part was he baited us so hard. He's like, oh, okay, I actually forgot something. And we're like, all right, he's doing the right thing. I guess he can get to Roshan pretty quickly anyway.
Yeah.
I sort of wanted him to
makes him run so fast. They have full control of that Roshan pit area now because these Alchemists, the only hero who can push out bottom lane by himself.
And again, I will say that I didn't think it would even get to this point because I felt like Navi was just gonna end the game. But if it does come to a late game situation, I do think Navi loses.
Yo, shout out to Whisper, by the way. He's gonna die again. But I think a lot of his deaths have been really acceptable for the space he's created.
Yes. Although at the same time, Navi's really happy with that.
Yeah,
I think it's acceptable, but I think it even loses them racks, or not racks, Rosh as a result of that death. So like, it's kind of okay, but at the same time, like, you don't have that 5-on-5 threat anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think it's
I think in Whisper's head, he was like, oh, but this means Crystallock can push in bottom, but we already talked about it. Pushing in bottom again doesn't actually change anything. Navi, they're going to try and contest the Roshan, but this time, they immediately jump on the hero that shows themselves. Singer's going to get caught. Schofield just kind of running in, setting up some heroes as fast as possible. Buy time. That's all you got to do, because mid lane, the tier 2 is already gone. And here comes Big Daddy Broodmother. Crystallock runs into the barracks, and they can't actually finish up Roshan. Look at this. Alchemist has to come back. It's a Dazzle alone inside the pit to try and finish up Roche, and he can't do it by himself.
And the buybacks
are going to come in from Infamous now.
The bottom range rack has been taken.
And look at Hector. He's already taken that range racks. He's going to go. He's going to be the one now. Hit the tier 3 mid. But they got the silence onto him. Hector, you should have just let the Broodmother do this job. And now Whisper, he tries to come in. But here comes Schofield. Managed to hit the 2-man impale. Whisper's going to be able to follow up that stun onto Dazzle. And they get him off the Guardian Graves. And now he's going to be able to get off the Shallow Grave. Turns around, gets some damage on a Whisper. But Broodmother's here. Here comes Crystallize as well, though. 2-man stun inside the pit. They do manage to get both of those kills on Roshan. A double for him. But Crystallock is still trying to fight it out. He doesn't have his course anymore with the Juggernaut dying. Now Whisper's dead as well. Crystallize just too big for him to take the one-on-one man fight. So Crystallize, he's going to root out the rest of these Infamous heroes. He's going to say, damn it all, kill them, root them out at the stem, and just go back into the Roshan once 4 of them are dead. Finally, we have squashed Infamous and will be able to take Roshan themselves.
The mid push, they still have creeps. They're going to lose a tier 3 tower potentially.
They certainly are. If these spiders can just keep on going, but Crystallize is saying enough, but it's enough. I have to finish up this Roshan, even if it costs us another tier 3.
Yes, you actually have to prioritize at that point. It's taken so long.
Esta partida está emocionante, carajo.
Absurd.
This is winnable now for Infamous.
Oh, it certainly is.
It's winnable for both teams right now. I really thought that Navi just had it.
Dude, they looked like they were indestructible.
Yeah, boy, do I love being proven wrong.
And then that level 20 hit for Crystallock. I mean, you said that's what he was playing for. And as soon as he got it, he was playing in the split push position, and it changed the entire game.
Oh, I love, you know, when you're wrong and then you get games like this that are just like, these two teams are destined to just, they should play each other nonstop.
Best of 5.
I would love to see a best of 5 with these two teams. Navi and Infamous are both very entertaining.
There's only one best of 5 and it's the International Blitz.
I would, let's skip ahead.
Let's go. Grand Finals, Infamous versus Navi. Moonshard coming up for Crystallize. He's fully 6-slotted.
You've got like two, like you have such similar heroes in the sense that like both their net worths are always going to look very inflated.
Yeah.
And now K1 Hector has come back in a big way. His net worth looking pretty reasonable himself.
And then Dazzle's dropping off, like you said. Same goes with the Enchantress, actually. This Enchantress looking pretty rough. The Crystallize, he's going to have to carry it himself, and he's trying to go for the kill on the Broodmother right now. Gets the Abyssal Blade, but the lifesteal's actually keeping Crystallock alive, and he's actually trying to kill Crystallize, but now the Magical shows himself. Crystallock realizes, I can't actually kill them. I need to be able to grab myself some time, and he can't get over the cliffs. He's done too much. He took too much time. He turned and fight an Aegis Alchemist. Just not the best idea.
I think he really overrated his strength there.
Yeah.
He has 2 defensive items and a Midas. That is not enough to fight the Alch.
Certainly not.
That Alch is just going to feast on you. And a lot of your talents are Spiderling based.
Yep.
You know, he has the plus 125 spawn Spiderling damage, the plus 30 Spiders attack.
GG, hace rato que tiene daga, no había cuenta, papi.
Talents that don't really do anything against the Alch. He forgot where his bread is buttered, which is splitting up the map.
Oh jeez, Morty, they're going after Tyre's bottom tower.
Mako. Just making sure his R key still works.
Whoa, Tyre's
gonna go for
covering is up, and they're gonna go for it. Yeah.
Got the Brood up.
Broodmother down for 30 seconds, and Infamous are not in a good enough split push position to really force Navi back. 2-man impale. If the supports can stall this up enough, maybe Whisper can actually do it. But first, Schofield's going to have to give up his life as the Earth Spirit managed to lock him down with that silence. Back over to mid lane, though. They have to fight through the backdoor protection. It is going to be taken away as Hector pushes in that top lane. They're going to try and go for the TP out, but Crystallize is here. He's going to be able to catch Whisper. The tier 3 still falls, but Whisper will fall with it. Over to Hector. He's going to be able to get away, it looks like, as Whisper finally does die. Turn around, Omni Slash onto poor old Sineko.
But he does have a basher.
He does have a basher, so he won't be able to just simply spin and TP away. It's not going to be that easy for Hector. He's going to run the other direction. The impetus shot's doing so much damage, and one last swing from Crystallize gets that carry as well. Infamous, the split push is what actually brought them back into this game, but now it's actually costing them too many pickoffs.
Live by the sword, die by the sword at this point, Cap.
Yeah.
This bottom bounty rune. For the Brood, you really want to take it.
I mean, it feels like Navi are adapting to this faster and faster.
Yes. The fact that they sent their Alk back and they were able to simultaneously retreat, that's a good move.
Yeah. And the later into the game, getting the pick off on these split pushers is more and more effective because the death timer is long.
Plus, they know that they still have their Aegis for a little bit.
Yeah.
So going for this push doesn't feel as bad. You see on the other side of the map, the Brood entering the shrine right now. Do whatever they can. They didn't even stop to get that bottom or the top bounty rune on their side.
I mean, he's got to go for the melee racks though at this point because this is a hefty push coming in from Navi, and he's got to find a way to stall him. They've already lost at least. Schofield Stinger does survive through that impetus shot, but he's already used a lot of his abilities. Crystallize has come back. Seneko was in trouble. The Spiderling's trying to finish him off. He gets the kill right before a fountain of explosion of gold over to the bottom lane. Now that they don't have Crystallize, Whisper feels like he can go for it, but he's slowly but surely being chipped away. The Bloodstoker's keeping alive. The healing ward was not going to be enough. Blizzy does manage to carry through this engagement, gets the kill on the enemy core, and they will stay in an offensive position here. They will hold this creep wave to Infamous's base while Crystallize makes sure that Crystalluck can't go for the split push again, but they can't really retreat so easily, and Hector's going to take advantage of that. He's going to be able to lay Fury, staying on top of Zions. There's going to be the disruption on top of the shallow grave. That means he's not going anywhere. He's immediately going to be impaled up. Schofield trying to hit him with a big Vendetta. Doesn't get in front of him, though. A little bit of a spin away. He has the gem. He can't afford to lose this. Another rollout. He's going to be fine. If anything, Hector's got to be
Crystallize.
He's coming in. Taking so much damage. Crystallize. Here he comes. He's got the unstable concoction. He's got the Abyssal Blade. Breaks through the Lincolns, though. Doesn't have the immediate stun. Can he get a bash? One swing. Not good enough. A second. Not good enough either. Crystallize does not chase down the Juggernaut, but it's back to the buildings. And Broodmother's feeling the pressure right now. He feels like he can't go to mid.
He still doesn't have
to back up. He wants to be able to go back in the Omni Slash, going in and bounced over to Crystallize. Crystallize taking a lot of damage to Dalgrave. Will be able to buy him a little bit of time.
Brood is here finally.
The Broodmother is finally here. He's going to fight with a team. And he takes on Crystallize. They do manage to get the stun onto the Dazzle. He's dead, and Blizzy left alone. Last time against a Juggernaut, he could win that fight, but Broodmother is too big for him. And same with Whisper. With this kind of backup, the damage is going to overwhelm Blizzy. He will fall as well. Infamous.
Puta, qué rico Dota, concha su
They're
madre.
the ones to change up the game. Chris Luck forgets about split pushing and joins his team for a team fight.
And I think the reason why he's not carrying a TP because he's assuming that he won't have webs in that area anyways.
Se le fue su inmortal al Alchemy, pues.
But this bottom fight, that was
Okay.
so lucky.
Tiene
How
Infamous
many
sin
times he
hacer
got on
mucho
top of
número de
Crystallize.
ataque que le
Just
gane a
served
Navi,
up
gente.
this kill for his Brood on a platter. Lucky for Navi though, they didn't lose the gem, which would have been even bigger for them, but losing 3 heroes like that, they might actually be forced to use the buyback on the Alk, which then puts them in such a weird position. They're gonna go for the top racks. Look at it just fall.
It's gonna fall so fast, and that's the way they've gotta drop this goal and see if they can deal with the Spiderlings. So Spiderlings actually killed
They
him.
have no glyph cap.
Oh no, you've got to buyback.
Crystallize.
The buyback, it's only 25 seconds for his death timer, but 25 seconds is too long. Chris Luck, they gotta force him back. He tries to go for the spike hairface down, and he gets it onto Crystallize. Now the disruption. They're all in for the rest. They are gonna try to all in for the Megas right now as Hector's trying to finish out that melee. He does manage to get it. Now the range, it's so low. Chris Luck goes back up to the top lane. He's to try and deal with Science right now. Pops his VKB. Buildings. That's what Chris Luck needs to go for. Range rack.
They're gonna get it.
Mid. Hector, he sees
Mega creep, concha su madre.
to be able to get the Megas, and no one from Infamous will get caught except for the Broodmother, who has
Bien,
his
carajo,
buyback.
Mega Creeps.
Infamous actually has mega creeps right now.
They have Megas.
They're up 5k.
They're up against an Alchemist
how is
lineup.
Navi losing this game?
Infamous does it again.
Ahora sí me puedo tirar un ga.
They're just gonna go for it right now.
It's tiny thing.
MVP les hizo el espacio. Hace rato tiene daga. Ahora sí me puedo tirar mi ga. Qué frío de puta, qué frío de mierda hace caca, concha su madre.
Because if he dies once the game just ends.
Yeah.
Ahora se viene todo Navi.
In a position where he wasn't up there fast enough where he could pressure the people hitting the racks.
Yep.
So by holding the buyback, he put himself in such a rough position, and they're gonna continue to right now.
Dude, look at this.
Puta,
Like,
se
we
dan
know
todo
the pressure's there,
mito.
but Crystallize is saying, we have to go for the
They're all
throne.
running for the
We
throne.
have
Se
the
dan
death
todo
zone.
mid,
I'm the
puta
raid
madre,
boss.
weón.
They couldn't find me before. Maybe with this full-on 5-man fight inside their base, Infamous, they're finally going to be forced to do
concha
something
su
here. They
madre.
can't go for split push anymore. They can't go for the throne themselves. They have to be able to win one fight against Navi, and they can win this series. But Crystallize
Uy,
with a
puta
BKB,
madre,
ripping
qué
through
chucha
the
fue.
throne. With that desolation,
Uy,
he's got
puta
him.
madre,
He's
no.
got the chain, does the show. He's got
Ah,
it.
su
He's got
madre.
the show. Oh my God. Navi! They get mega, but it doesn't matter.
And Hector actually came back too late. He thought he had better timing. He thought of going for the throne himself for a second. There were still tier 4 towers up,
Puta
and Navi took the
madre,
base so
weón.
quickly.
That dude, the Deso choice by him, first of all inning into mid, him defending just long enough, and then Boots are traveling to his team with the Desolator choice. That Desolator just...
Puta Mario.
The raid boss, you said that you're
¿Cómo
gonna raid boss something
de
in
esa
South Miss, and it
manera?
looked
Ya
like it was
puta
gonna lose
tenía
them the
mega
game,
creeps.
because every single time they split pushed, if Crystallized left, Navi couldn't fight anymore. But in the end, it's what won them the game because they could just all in on mid
This
and they
is-
couldn't actually take him down.
No hyperbole, this is the weirdest series I've ever casted, but it straight up, in that 2-game series, might have been the most entertaining 2 games that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, individually speaking, the games were, like, great, but...
Una hora y media estaríamos viendo 23, 24, claro, 24, no, 25. En 2 horas y media, no, en 2 horas, ¿no? En 2 horas y un poquito más, estaríamos viendo la partida de Infamous otra vez contra Bichi Gaming. Bueno, vamos a seguir con esto. No lo puedo creer. 1-1 quedó y de todas formas les costó, casi ganan, ¿ah? Casi terminan ganando. Pero Navi se puso las pilas, dijo vamos a romper de una vez, nos están jugando lo sucio. Vamos a romper esto y el Alchemist, sí, pues la hizo el Alchemist, o sea, rompió muy rápido, la velocidad de ataque ha sido espectacular. Nadie se iba a imaginar eso.
Disculpen a Blue, a veces se emociona tanto que de verdad ahí, bueno, ahí está. ¿Ya todo bien, Blue?
Teníamos una fuga de mongoles.
Ah, ya. Tranquilo, Blue, no te preocupes. Vamos a ver esta partida ya para terminar en todo caso esta serie.
¿Qué tal garganta de Choco, carajo?
A la gentita aquí en el stream y agradecer en serio la sintonía de la gente. En serio, se están porteando muy bien.
¿Qué tal, chicos? ¿Cómo están? 0 espectadores.
38.000 personas en simultáneo.
Tú sabes, Choco, que pues uno de los momentos más felices de mi vida también, la primera vez que casteamos un TI, el número máximo que recuerdo que llegamos en un punto fue de 30, 39 por ahí, 39.000. Y pues ahora llegar a eso en fase de grupos es una brutalidad.
Eso es bonito.
Muchas gracias a todas las personas que están uniendo a esta transmisión y que realmente nos hacen sentir que nuestro trabajo vale la pena. No solo el de ahorita, sino de todo el año, ¿no?
Gracias,
Porque
sí.
realmente llevamos así todo el año y siempre es una alegría poder disfrutar esto.
Sí, gracias a cada uno de ustedes y vamos a ver rápidamente esa pelea. Ace activa la BKB, Ace ha hecho buyback hace poco. Ace se va a estar muriendo. Ace, cuidado por ahora. 3-0 abajo por parte. GG. Well play. Easy, breezy, hermano. 30 y 4 minutos, 1-1. Otro empate en este grupo.
Y ahí está, pues Ninja sin Pijama consigue entonces exactamente el
Este es
mismo
bueno
marcador
igual para los equipos que están
Infamous.
abajo, a los que han perdido ayer. O sea, hay empates.
Así es, y es que ya llegas al TI, ¿no? Y te empiezas a dar cuenta de la clase de todos los equipos que ni siquiera el que crees que es el underdog te va a ir así como que eliminado fácil, ¿no? Todos empatando, todos empezando a llegar, y es justamente por eso que estás en este punto, ¿no?
Sí.
Que realmente llegas al TI a sorprender, a demostrar también, y pues todos los equipos están haciendo una demostración
Sí, está
muy
genial.
muy importante.
Sí, eso me ha gustado bastante. Para mí igual ha sido interesante y muy bonito comentar contigo. Nos emocionamos bacán. ¿Ah? Es bonito encontrar a alguien que se emociona así, porque igual
Sí,
Puta que
y eso me gusta
puta
bastante.
teniendo
La
la
gente a veces
partida
cree que esto es
ganada,
como
tío.
un trabajo tradicional, ¿no? De 8 horas. Que uno
Pero
se va
así
a
es el
trabajar
juego,
las 8
pues.
horas y luego
No,
regresa a
serio.
casa a hacer lo que le gusta.
Saludos
Nosotros
para
hacemos 16 horas
para
de
Joel
transmisión,
Alberto
entonces,
Chávez
¿cómo no disfrutar
Justiniano.
cada uno de los minutos que pasan?
Saludos
Amigos y
para
amigas, me
Rocky
parece que
P.
está empezando
Saludos para
la
Mau
siguiente- ¿esto es
SN.
parte del mismo bloque?
Y bueno, chicos, ahora será
Ok,
cuestión
bueno,
de
entonces
retirarme.
empezando
Gracias a
las
todos
siguientes
por estar
partidas
acá
del
hoy.
bloque uno, ¿no? Que
Ahora
es lo que
sí,
hemos estado con
tengo
Infamous,
que
y
terminar
es
con este
nada
directo.
más y nada
Gracias,
menos
gente.
que
Hablamos,
Newbie.
cuídense.
La refaccionada, por así decirlo,